Excellent. Let me see what the chat's talking about. Yo, what's going on, people? How we doing? I'm here. I'm back. Yeah, I literally just got on. I just started. Hey, what's going on, Nep? Do me a favor, Nep. Go to the chat. Let everyone know I'm here. I keep forgetting to do it myself. I don't know why, but I'm here now. Let's talk about some game-related stuff. I will do my best to stay as long as possible. I'm gonna try to do at least 1 hour today. I do have some things I have to get to afterwards, but I'll be here as long as I can. How are we doing today, though, guys? What's going on? Thanks, Nep. I appreciate that. Jace, do you ever forgive a girl for cheating when it was your fault? Yeah. I mean, again, the forgiveness isn't the important part. The important part is making sure that she puts in the work to get back in your good graces. I always tell people, if you must do that, if you must take back a girl that's betrayed you in that way, make sure she, 1, pays for her betrayal, 2, works her way back into your good graces. So the compliance you get from her afterwards is the most important part. That's what matters, okay? Day 2 of asking for mod membership. You're gonna have to get to day 100. You are not even close to smelling mod. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I have quite a few people I have in mind for mod. You're not even remotely one of them. Sorry. By the way, where are I don't know you Telmar and Dimitri? They're ripe for promotion soon. They're very, very ripe for promotion. On the mod call I was too hungover. Yeah, I noticed. I hope you're okay though. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're, cleared and hydrated and feeling a lot better and stuff like that. But yeah. Can't go over how to properly date someone from another race. I'm going to Japan soon. I gotta make a video on that soon. The whole Japan thing. Y'all gotta know when you're looking at a trap. It's such an obvious trap. It's laughable that anyone takes that seriously. First of all, why black men specifically? Why are they calling for black men specifically to come over there? What reason do they have? Is it because of the stereotype they might believe about us? Is it because of whatever beliefs they have around how we behave and how we make decisions? Is it because of our genetics, which honestly even makes it worse? And then if it is because of our genetics, then how do they define black? Are they going to do a DNA test for people that are half black, half white? Because, in America, being half black, half white makes you black. But in a place like Japan that's very homogenous, black might have a different definition. And then, that's all the practical stuff. What about, the social stuff? Why do they want specifically black people? As loyal as white dudes have been to them all these years, they're not even going to give white dudes the friends and family discount. They're going to skip right over them and offer black guys this stuff? Come on. On top of that, what kind of women are they offering here? I heard it was a woman and I forget how it was structured, but it was basically come get a woman and then if you get her pregnant, you get $75,000. That was what I heard. Is that before taxes? Is that after taxes? Also, what are the quality of these women? I have so many questions and nobody's answering them because everyone's just some horny fuck that's excited about the prospect of Japanese chicks. And by the way, not to, be too harsh, but it's Japanese chicks. All right, it's not Brazilian chicks. Okay, so zero motivation to even go through with any of this. Maybe if they took up the price to $1 million per kid, I'd probably consider it then. But nah, it's so many questions. So many questions. Should you ever go back to someone who didn't want you, especially if you self-improved? Well, do they want you now? You know, you shouldn't have been with someone that didn't want you to begin with, obviously. But the beauty about the game is that nothing about it is permanent. Things change all the time. I could tell you so many stories of girls who, you know, wouldn't have given me the time of day years ago, who are now like all up in my grill. That happens all the time. Like, when you represent more value, more people are attracted to you. That's normal. So if you're smarter, if you're wiser, sure, why not? If you're not, probably stay away from that. Any knowledge on astral projection, I will never give you any knowledge about that, because that is dangerous. And anyone that tries to teach you that on the internet is probably lying to you. That is some dangerous shit. That is... the actual projection is easy. It's getting back. That's the hard part. And you'd be surprised how many people have lost their connection back to their bodies because they did it incorrectly. So no, I'm not gonna be reckless like that. No. Just slept with a girl one night out. I've ignored her for a week. Just want to keep her as a side. How much effort do I have to put in to maintain the mysterious and keep her attraction up? If you want to keep her as a side, that means you already don't like her enough. So why are you dealing with a girl you don't like? You're clearly not excited by this girl. So why would you deal with that to begin with? Let's ask ourselves that question first. If it's a girl you actually like, you wouldn't be like, oh, I just want to keep her as a side. Like, that's not what would your natural conclusion would be. So why are you dealing with a girl that you know deep down you can do better than? Let's start with that. Let's ask ourselves that question first. How do you find out you're being set up by a woman? Set up as in how? Like, she's putting you in a dangerous situation or something like that? What's going on there? Give me specifics, though. Jace brother. Ohio, Sekai, good morning world. Good morning world is such a wild thing to say when it's almost 6:30 here. But what's going on, baby? How you doing? Let's see. You red pill unk? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am a pickup scientist, so my background is pickup arts to begin with. But, I have no problem with the red pill ideology. What I have a problem with is the way a lot of these so-called red pill teachers and red pill coaches are teaching the ideology. So they're turning a lot of men into bitches because they're using the red pill to justify their fear of women, as opposed to actually use it to manipulate female nature. But you know, that's just me talking. What do I know? I just have 10 years of experience. How you doing, Mitsikins? What's going on, baby? My call was good, but yeah, I realize I'm hella nerfed. Indeed, man, indeed. But you'll get better, though. You're in the right environment. You're around the right people. Things are looking up for you, no doubt. Let's see. Agreed to meet up to say hey, like usual. Didn't show up. Then called 40 minutes later to say why. What are we talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. That is the first of... It says 2 in front of it, but that is the first of your message I'm seeing on here. So whatever the first part was, write it again so that TikTok actually lets you, like, say it. Because I'm guessing TikTok took it away. Have 6 older sisters, all boy, school, and no father since 7. Dude, you got a lot of work to do, but, again, you're in the right place, for sure. Man, you're too spot on all the time. Give me 1% of your knowledge. Yeah, man. Years of experience. You know, that's how you get it. When you know what when you know how to practice correctly, you do something over and over again for a long period of time, patterns just show up, and you can start calling things out very directly and very correctly. It's almost like you have the power to see the future. It's kind of cool. But yeah, good game gives you prophetic powers, essentially. I'm not even kidding. It's literally like that. By the way, guys, if you can, like the live, just tap the screen a few times. Treat it like a drum a little bit. I appreciate that. Let's see. Hey, what's going on, Asami? How you doing, man? How you doing? The group call yesterday was great. Enjoyed talking to you, even if it was briefly. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why I keep forgetting about my phone battery and stuff. I swear I just be starting calls at like 15% sometimes. I'm goofy like that. But yeah, I'll bring a power bank with me next time or something. I'll just stay in the car and plug it into the car. Whatever I need to do. Sorry about that. But yeah, we're going to do that again. I think I want to do that like at least once a month for sure. We need to get on the call, touch base with everybody, you know, really get a bunch of questions fleshed out and, you know, just good stuff like that. It's good vibes all the time. Let's see. Yes, like 5 guys with pew pews, or to make you look bad. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, it's not hard to figure out when a woman is setting you up in that way, if it's like physical violence, because you'll always notice when it comes to that, there's no resistance. Don't even worry about it. It was hella valuable regardless. Hey, no problem, thank you. But when it comes to violence, like if a woman is actually trying to set you up for, maybe they're trying to rob you, something like that. In general, any kind of setup, whether it's like transgender women or any other kind of trap that you might be being led into, you'll always notice the same thing. There's almost no resistance. I always tell people, and this is a fundamental law of the game, whenever you interact with a woman, there's always going to be some kind of resistance or adversity. If there is none, become very suspicious. You have every right to be very, very suspicious, because that means something is wrong. It shouldn't be like easy relatively, sure, depending on your skill level, your experience, blah blah, but it shouldn't feel like everything is just going your way every single time. Like there has to be some kind of objection. Maybe it doesn't come from her, maybe it comes from the environment, the situation you're in, cool, but there's always an objection to solve in every single interaction with a woman, especially when you have an agenda you want to meet. You feel me? So whenever you find that like she's a little too anxious and she's a little too keen and a little too like there's no test of your confidence, there's no test of your identity or congruence, there's no objection given to you, you should probably become very suspicious of that. Very, very. So yeah. Hey, what's going on, King Henry? King Henry, were you on the call yesterday? I don't remember you being there. There's a lot of people that weren't in the call yesterday, by the way. We're gonna punish them later. But yeah. I hope you were there. Let's see. It was nice seeing all of you guys face to face. Indeed, it really was. Good to put a face to everyone's names and profile pictures. Yeah, more knowledge makes you see into the future. Essentially. Jace, how do I approach an older woman on the street? I dropped my siblings at school, so how? Are you like walking with your siblings? Is that what's going on? Sammy told me he wanted to be in the call next time it was his birthday. Oh, didn't even know the happy birthday, Sammy. Shit. I'm gonna hit him up later, give him a gift. Hell yeah. He'll be on the next one for sure. Especially Sammy, because, Sammy has a lot of knowledge to give you guys for sure. But as for like the whole, siblings walking over to older women, you take your siblings to school, you walk with them. Are you with them, or what's going on there? Can you talk to women on your way to school, or on your way to picking up your siblings from school? Like, what's the situation there? So how can I rectify the situation that I feel like I want to use intelligence and physicality to use what exactly? To my advantage, okay? When talking to women, I feel like I'm good on the physique, but just trying to improve my intelligence. What are some good ways to improve that? Your intelligence isn't the issue. Like, you're not a dumb person at all. If anything, what you want to increase is your knowledge, just your the stuff you know and your experience. If you have, I don't know if you have the interview light yet, but I would say that's a really good place to start. There's a reason I made that course, and it's specifically for guys like you and your situation. That's the first thing. Second thing, I want you to read up on a lot of fucking books. Like, there's a bunch of books. I'll probably have to send that to the group chat just so you guys know what those books are. Start with my book recommendation videos, obviously, but there's a few more on top of that that are very important, like paramount books to read. Just to give you a clue, one of them is called Way of the Superior Man. Very important book, especially if you didn't have a father figure growing up. That, in my opinion, is one of the first books you should read. Way of the Superior Man by David Data. Very, very, very important. So that you can understand the dance between the masculine and the feminine. And then from there, you can begin to really understand like the interaction process. I do have the interview light, babe. Just need to go through it properly. Oh, fair enough. Good. Go through that and then make sure you read The Way of the Superior Man by David Data more than once. Very important book for you to read. Very, very important book. Okay? So yeah, start with those. Let's see. He's inducing tension into the group chat. Inducing tension into the group chat is crazy. Hey, it's been a while. How you doing, San Andreas? Where have you been? What have you been up to? Are you even in a group chat or not? Guys, has San Andreas been in a group chat, or am I tripping? Is it better to go out to the club with friends or alone to approach women? I would say honestly alone. You learn a lot more alone. You improve a lot faster alone. You will get results faster if you go with someone, but you will learn faster if you go alone. So it's like, it's a catch-22. One will get you the girls faster if you're working as a unit. The other will get you like personal experience faster, because I don't want you to begin to use other people as a crutch. If you keep going out with your friends, at some point you will get addicted to going out with your friends, and then you'll go out alone one day, and at some point you will be alone. It'll happen because that's just how life works, and you'll realize, holy shit, I have no game when I'm not bouncing off of someone else's energy. So I want you to go learn by yourself. Okay, he was in the group chat, not the call though. Oh, okay, fair enough. St. Andrews, you missed a call with us yesterday. You got to get on the next one. Which, by the way, guys, you gotta let me know when we decide for the next call. I always tell you guys, just decide when the next call is. I'll make the time for that. Let's see. What level of compliance is acceptable to you when your girl has done something wrong? Like a lot. Like if you were talking about like the cheating thing we were talking about before, I would say something as far as like giving me her entire life savings, getting a tattoo of my name, something extreme, like damn near worshiping me, right? Because that's what would need to happen to overcorrect for what she did wrong. Like especially in like that type of cheating situation, dude, giving herself or her attention to anyone else that isn't me at all to begin with is like grounds for never seeing me again, obviously. So if she wants to work her way back into that, she has to do like so much more to convince me that I really am the paramount in her head. Anything less is unacceptable. So that's the point. I don't charge my phone off. Shit, I don't have the time to. Honestly. Hey, Pulley, how late am I? Not late at all. You're fine. I already gave examples of that. That's why I love resistance. Indeed. It's important, man. Like, if a girl not giving you resistance should always be, like, mad suspicious to you. That's why you should be suspicious of the Japanese government telling you, oh, just come here, come sleep with our women, and we'll give you $75,000 for every kid you have. Be very suspicious of offers like that. Highly suspicious. What Dr. Remorse say? Isn't that suspicious? Don't you find that suspicious? Like, exactly. You should. Like, there's nothing free in this world. So figure out where the catch is on that situation, Even if the girl is head over heels for you, if the girl was head over heels for you, she wouldn't have done things to like fuck up her situation with you to begin with, The 48 Laws of Power talks about that. Despise the free lunch. Indeed. It is literally one of the 48 Laws of Power. Despise the free lunch. This is why I keep telling you guys. There's a consequence to having sex every time. If the sex is inconsequential, then you just got fucked over. That's how people get into these weird situations with like false allegations or, having girls throw them in prison for terrible nights out and stuff like that. It's like because you didn't go through the proper resistance. Every time you sleep with a girl where you didn't go through the proper natural biological resistance she's supposed to bring up or the environment is supposed to bring up to you, buyer's remorse kicks in instantly, and she regrets the sex. And what is the definition of any sex a woman regrets? Grape. Exactly. That's exactly how that happens to a lot of these guys. So when I say stuff like, if she's even a remotely tipsy, don't even talk to her. Literally, do not talk to her. I've had a girl in my past, right? This happened a while ago. She tried to, she college chick, right? I guess she thought I was one of these frat dudes because maybe she thought I was one of them type of guys because that's how I carry myself sometimes. But she thought it would be attractive to me to like get wasted in front of me. And she thought that I was the kind of guy to take advantage of that. And I'm like, oh no, you're getting in an Uber and you're going home. I ended up going with her friend, which is an entirely different story. But the point is, you want to be the guy that has that level of sense. It's not even an integrity thing. I wish I could be like, oh, it's an integrity thing. It's not even an integrity thing. It's just common sense. If you sleep with a girl that has a chance to regret it in the morning, you're going to get fucked over. And thank God that's not a lesson I had to learn the hard way. I had a mentor tell me that, so I'm going to tell you guys that. Right? I'm going to give you the chance to skip all those avoidable mistakes. Never sleep with a woman that didn't have the chance to say no. It's a bad idea every time. Every time. I don't care if, but she was this, she was, I don't give a fuck. If there was no chance to say no, then it's a no for you. Simple as that. There has to be resistance. Resistance is the key to your salvation, as far as like not getting into all that kind of weird trouble. Okay, there has to be some kind of adversity on her side, and you have to go through it properly. You know. Let's see. Let's see. What kind of women are you guys going for when you're getting set up? I have 90 plus body count. Never had this. Honestly, me neither. But you know, I can see how it happens, and I've seen it happen with other dudes, and I can see why it happens with other dudes. The only kind of women that'll set you up like that, especially when it comes to violence, are women that need to set you up like that, aka women that, how would I say this in the TikTok friendly way, women that are below a certain threshold in terms of like income bracket. You know, bougie bitches don't need to set you up for anything. And if that at all they do, then there's probably a really good, really sophisticated reason for it. But yeah, most likely not someone they just met. You know what I mean? Don't deal with women that are hungry, so to speak, and you should be fine. Let's see. Damn it, I wasn't on it. Fair enough. Sammy told me. Oh yeah, I didn't read that one. The call yesterday was like a seminar. Shit. Every time you get on the phone with me, it's like a seminar. Every live I'm on is like a seminar. Sorry I wasn't on the call yesterday. I was working overnight. That's fine, man. You're good. You'll catch the next one. Evening. Oh, there we go. How you doing, Dimitri? How you doing, baby? Ryu, how's Dimitri going with regards to like, you know, our little initiation process? Let me know. Yes, I drop them off sometimes. I'm with them, but I mean when I'm not with them. Okay, then just go up to women and just talk. Literally, just walk up to them and be like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Literally, and then just break the ice like that. I updated you on IG. Okay, good. I'll go check IG out. Oh, V-ho. Oh, that's funny. I'm low-key at the point now where I'm genuinely feeling sorry for Drake. It's the House of Cards is coming down a little too quickly, even for me. I mean, I knew he'd lose to Kendrick, and I was waiting for him to, but I didn't think he'd lose his career, and it's looking like that's what's gonna happen, unfortunately. Which I don't want, by the way. I like some of Drake's songs. I do. Like, I mean, especially Drake before 2016 was amazing. In my opinion, that was prime Drake, but everything after that has been kind of hit or miss for me. Wants and Needs with Lil Baby was a good song, though. Or After I Have Dropped Them Off. I already answered that one. I posted a TikTok of myself on here today just casually and got a lot of girls coming in. Ooh, look at the pretty boy. Well done, well done. I do have the... Oh, I already read that one. Funny thing is, they're all 9s. Don't even attract the average ones for some reason. Good. That's exactly like... That's the dream. That's exactly what you want. You don't want average women to think they have a chance. I get offended when I see a 7 in my DMs. Very offended. Hell no. Like, I should be too intimidating for a woman like that to think she has a chance. That's exactly how you should be looking at it. How long have I been live? I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe less. Can you give us examples of self-sabotage women do? Does it matter? Okay, I'll put it like this. In general, self-sabotage looks like her trying to preemptively reject you before you get the chance to reject her. But again, this is why I ask, does it matter? You shouldn't be dealing with women with too low a self-esteem anyway. So whenever you see a woman, right, you know, try to say things or do things to completely break rapport with you, that's your sign to know, okay. Especially if what they're doing to break rapport with you is happening right after you've done something that should be seen as attractive or powerful, right? That's the difference. If you did something goofy or, you know, you showed weakness and then they're rejecting you, that's one thing. That's your fault. But if you're showing attractiveness, you're showing suave, you're showing charisma, you're showing power and strength as a man, and then her next reaction to that is to distance herself from you or to find a way to like preemptively reject you, that's a sign the woman doesn't have the self-esteem to hang with a guy like you. So you shouldn't even bother with that anyway. Almost think it's like an aura thing or I'm reaching. Oh, it's pretty much an aura thing, man. It's exactly how it is. The aura. I mean, it might just be like they like how you look and that's cool. But count that as part of your aura anyway, so it's all good, baby. It's all good. Worked a lot smoother than just sending out DMs. Indeed. I got no remorse for Drake if you want, if what Kendrick said is true about him. I mean, yeah, you don't really have to, feel sorry for him when it comes to that. I mean, not saying I feel sorry for him because I do believe he did those things, but I feel sorry for how quickly it's happening. I thought he would have at least another 2 or 3 years to keep being somewhat Drake before the whole thing came down. That was my prediction. But the way it's looking, the character of Drake might be done in like the next 7 months. And that's wild. Like, to think about the decline happening that quickly is crazy. Crazy. Feeling sorry, like, damn, he has to go through that. He doesn't deserve to go through that. Exactly. That's exactly my sentiment. It's not. I know he's gonna go through that. I just didn't think it was gonna happen back to back to back like this. That's ridiculous. This might sound fake, but I got the interview light on Friday. Sure, man. Cool. Congratulations. Go through it as many times as you can. Damn, TikTok don't want me asking Jace questions. Also, thanks for the movie Hitch. Was fun and interesting. No problem, man. No problem. Gonna miss his music though, but I gotta take care of my little sister. Indeed. You gotta take care of your little sister. The music was amazing, man. Let's not deny that. Drake put out quite a few hits in his time. He really did. Towards the end there, it was kind of shaky. Hopefully he comes out with a summer banger and people can like forget about all this somehow. It worked for R. Kelly for years, right? So hopefully he can do that, but other than that, he's done. Hey, we formed a family. Kofi's the unk. We got the 2 twins, Ryu and Sammy, and then there's me. I'm just that guy. No, you're not just that guy, man. If anything, you're the little bro. You're my little bro, so it's fine. We're pretty much both Africans anyway, so that should be the setup there. You're like the little bro that's like my half brother. Which is funny because I have one. Let's see. Yo, Jace, how's life? I'm doing pretty good, man. Why are you on 2 different accounts? I thought I saw your first account just now, didn't I? We gotta schedule one every 2 out of 2 or 3 weeks, in my opinion. Every 2 or 3 weeks. That's cool. That's not bad. That still comes down to like once a month, and then we have 1 month where we have like 2, like one in the beginning, the first week of that month, and one the last week of that month. But yeah, definitely, for sure. The phone call was cool, man. It was nice to see your handsome face, G's. Indeed, like I paused too. Yes, indeed, pause on that as well. No Diddy on that, but I did enjoy seeing all of you for sure. In terms of game and where I'm at, okay, is that the whole thing, or is that a question? I don't know. It's funny, Abid is like my younger brother. I still the same age and Sami the older brother. Yeah, and you guys all kind of look alike too, which is interesting. For sure. I really do want us to meet, like all of us be in the same country one day. That is the dream. That is the goal. It'd probably have to be Europe. But yeah, for sure. Let's see. Got her giggling and qualifying herself via text. What's my next move? Have you asked for any compliance yet or no? Because that would be the next move. Make sure she's actually falling into your frame. That would be the next move. This message was right above the in terms of games. How did you miss it? Really? What message? Because it was like, I literally see we got a schedule on every 2 to 3 weeks in my opinion. And then the very next thing I see from you is in terms of game and where I'm at. Literally. I'm not even kidding. There's you, then there's Fish Army saying the phone call was cool. There's Mitikins tagging you saying I was thinking every Sunday at 9 EST. And then there's you saying in terms of game. The one I just pinned, I was next to it. That's weird. Oh, really? I guess I can't see here. I don't know. But I'll see it soon, I'm sure. Let's see. We should keep the time for the calls the same, so we don't have to think about time zones every time. That's cool. We can do it the same time every time. I'm not opposed to that at all. Let's see. You a Dr. Umar fan? I think he's funny as hell, to be honest. I think he's fun. I don't agree with most things he says, to be honest. I do find him an interesting character. I think he's interesting to me. He's very interesting because he's clearly smarter than he lets on. Right? Every third Sunday, 4 p.m. That works. Dr. Umar is a very interesting character to me because he's smarter than he lets on. He has some very base, very surface level type of thinking, right? Like the whole pro-black thing, it's all black and white, very rigid and extreme, right? That's how, not to sound condescending, but that's how dumb people think. It's either this or that. That's how dumb people operate in life. And that's what his major selling point is, right? But from time to time, he'll say something that has a lot of gray area to it, a lot of nuance. And I'm like, he's very intelligent, but he doesn't sound like it when he's doing all that black and white thinking type of thing. It's very weird. It's very interesting. So yeah, and he's very funny. Anyone that watches him will agree with me on that. Dr. Umar is very fucking funny. He's hilarious. So yeah, I don't know if I'll call myself a fan, but I'm definitely like intrigued by him. Dr. Umar impersonation, yeah. Don't you find that suspicious? What else did he say? Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Like that kind of, like it's very, again, black and white. Like, aren't there interesting and useful and valuable white people? Aren't there interesting and valuable black people? But no, it's like, it's either black or white, quite literally. So again, that's how dumb people think. But he's clearly capable of nuanced thought. Like for instance, he said something the other day that I was like, that's so interesting. I saw a clip of it. It was like a podcast he did with the rapper, what's Drake's ghostwriter's name? Lil Yachty, right? He did a podcast with Lil Yachty. And Lil Yachty asked him what his thoughts on beating kids was, like, you know, spanking kids. And he gave the most nuanced take on it. He was like, if the kid does something that can put itself or others in danger, then it needs to be punished physically. But if the kid does something that's like relatively bad but not putting itself or others in danger, then there's no need to, you know, beat the kid. Like that's not beating at that point. It's abuse. It's unnecessary. And I was like, man, that's the exact same conclusion I came to years ago. There's a very thin line between discipline and abuse. And the line is, how useful is it to the child's development? And what exactly are you punishing the child for? Right? Punishing a child for breaking your favorite vase is abuse. Punishing your child for picking up the broken shards of the vase with his bare hands, that's discipline. There's a difference. And I appreciate him for saying that. And I think that makes a lot of sense. But there's no way the same brain that came up with that also came up with black queens forever, snow bunnies. Like, come on. He's clearly smarter than that. Calling Lil Yachty Drake's ghostwriter is hilarious, but true. But true. But yeah, that's how I feel about Dr. Umar. It's so interesting. He's very interesting to me. Same thing I think about Charleston White. Although I will say I think I am a fan of Charleston White. I've fought it long enough, but I can confidently say now I'm definitely a fan of Charleston White. And I'm a fan of Charleston White for the same reason I can't be a fan of Dr. Umar. Charleston White forces people to take accountability. And you know me, that's all I'm about. Right? You can't blame other people for your problems. You gotta look inwards. And that's why I fuck with Charleston White. I do. How does no resistance and little resistance look like? Would a tease be considered resistance despite it being small? In a way, I would say like a friendly, like anything she does to break rapport would be considered, you know, resistance in some type of way. Teasing you, trying to push back on something you said, trying to disagree with you to some degree. That's all part of, you know. Oh, thanks for the gifts, by the way. Just saying. Appreciate you. But that would all be considered resistance or adversity of some kind. Any kind of objection she puts forward, my roommate is there, or I'm with my friends right now, or, you know, I have a boyfriend. Any kind of objection she puts in front of you that you are required to solve, that's also resistance. Anything she says to you that can be seen as dragging away from the conversation itself, that can be considered, you know, resistance. Charleston White, is that the short, unapologetic guy with the hat? Yes. And the lazy eye? Yes. Well, the fake guy I've come to find. It's not even lazy. It's a fake guy. But yeah, shout out to Charleston White. I like Charleston White. I do. About the resistance, I was talking with a girl. Oh, god damn it. These bikers are back. Oh, Jesus Christ. About the resistance, I was talking with a girl, and the interaction was cool until I left her on scene. Okay? The interaction... Is that the last of it? The interaction was cool till you left her on scene? I mean, it's still cool. If you're the one that left her on scene, you can always go back and reinitiate. There's nothing wrong with that. If anything, it makes you look cooler. It makes you look like you have time to spend on better things than her, which makes your time more valuable. So if you want to re-engage and be like, hey, listen, I don't know where you got her, if you're texting her or something, or if you're on DMs or whatever it is, but you can always transfer her to your phone number or tell her, like, listen, we got to get on the phone soon. I do like talking to you. I just get busy sometimes. What's your phone number? You can go from there. There's nothing wrong with that. Sir, good evening. Oh, how you doing, Profilo? How you doing, man? How do we prevent buyer's remorse, and where does it come from? I almost feel like I gave the Russian girl a little bit of that. Okay, let's talk about, yes, it was DM. Okay, so if it was DMs, literally go back and be like, listen, I'm never here. I'm never on this app. Here's my phone number. Text me sometime. That's how you rectify that. Let's talk about buyer's remorse, because I do have a video. If I check in my old phone, in my drafts in my old phone, because yes, I still have drafts from when I was shooting videos in my old phone like a year ago, and I'm pretty sure I made something there about buyer's remorse. But I obviously have to make it again because that phone's camera quality wasn't shit. But let me make it now. This is gonna be the quick course, let's call it, quick guide on buyer's remorse and what it is and how to avoid it. Buyer's remorse essentially is what happens when someone makes a deal that they regret making, right? When you go to the store and you spend a little more on that pair of shoes or that watch or whatever item you buy, a little more than you wanted to spend on it, you feel buyer's remorse. Now, if you spent not as much, or even in fact very little, you wouldn't feel buyer's remorse. You feel buyer's remorse because you feel like what you got in exchange for what you gave up is not, in your mind, equal, or you didn't win the bargain, right? If you pay $300,000 for a Ferrari, you'd probably feel pretty good, especially if it's brand new. If you paid $3 million for it, you probably wouldn't feel as good. Now, if you paid $3 million for a Bugatti, different story. You see what I'm saying? It's relative. Now, let's bring that to dating. Let's bring that to girls. Whenever a girl sleeps with a man, because this is one thing you have to remember, right? All relationships are transactional. No one likes to hear that. No one likes to say it like that. No one likes to think about it like that. But if you look at the way people behave in relationships, it's very clear there's an exchange of values going on. And one of the major values women like to withhold, as long as they can, is their bodies. Is the access they give men to sexual favors from them, right? So they hold that in high regard, and they do their best to not give it up until they feel like they've gotten something in exchange that is of equal or greater value, in which case is, you know, the man's time and attention, assuming that man's time and attention in their minds is worth that much, right? Because a woman will give up her body to maintain and keep the time and attention of a man that she feels is valuable to her, right? Okay, I'm digressing a little bit, but these things need to be explained. Okay, what happens when she feels like she's given up herself to a man that isn't worth her time and her body? Well, that's where you get regret. And that's what we call buyer's remorse. She regrets the purchase. She regrets the value exchange. She feels like the value she got didn't match the value she gave up, right? And that can happen in many different ways, but it all comes down to the same principle that I just explained. Whenever you take from a girl, especially when you take her body, and she feels like she didn't get as much in value in return, boom, you've made her regret the exchange. And sex is an exchange. Like, really get that in your mind. It's all an exchange. Sex is an exchange. The relationship is a transaction. It's all one giant transaction. Remember that. This is why I keep telling you guys, if you remember the relationship is a transaction, then you'll know how not to be in a deficit. Because you being in a deficit is how she decides to go and, you know, accuse you of grape and all these stuff, right? Could it also be outside of sex? Yes. It works the exact same way outside of that. Like, for instance, if she gives you, again, just very good example, but just to explain this in its entirety. Have you ever experienced where a girl gives you a compliment, right? And instead of saying something back nice, like, oh, thank you, or giving her a compliment back, you say something cocky, like, oh, I know, right? Like sometimes my girl will tell me, I love you, and I'm like, of course you do, I'm lovable, right? And every time I do that, what does she do? Every time a girl gives you a compliment and you don't give her one back, or you're not cordial or nice back, instead you're cocky or arrogant back, or even ignore it, what happens? They complain. Why do you think they're complaining? Because they gave you a compliment. A compliment is essentially value. It's a recognition of your value. That's what a compliment is. It's her going, I recognize the value you have. So you not giving her that back makes her feel like she just got cheated. It's a very small example, obviously, but it's a very good example for talking about what I'm talking about right now. Whenever women give you something and they don't feel like they got something back in exchange that is equal or greater to what they gave you, instant regret, instant, scrambling for value back, right? It's sort of like, it sort of felt like she slightly regretted the date in terms of effort she put in what she got out. Exactly. It's like, and then that'll happen. You'll see that. Whenever they feel like they put in a lot of effort in you and they're not getting that effort back, they regret it. In fact, this is literally what I said in my, if you go to my, my series that I made on it on TikTok, it's an entire course I made called The Science of Breakups. I explained this very thing in The Science of Breakups. Why does any breakup happen, right? If a relationship is a transaction and a breakup happens, why did the transaction fail? Because someone in the transaction felt like they weren't getting what they were promised. That's why your girl broke up with you. Every time a girl has ever broken up with you, that's what happened. She either felt like she wasn't getting the value in exchange that she was giving into the relationship, or she genuinely felt like, and this is rare when this happens, especially when they have lower self-esteem, but she felt like she couldn't match the value you were giving her, so she felt guilty and she left. Does that make sense? I hope that's making sense so far. She clearly fine-tuned her outfit, makeup, and the key thing kind of didn't let me regain that value. Or more specifically, a better way to word it, it didn't give you enough chance to give her the value that she had given to you. And now she feels like, I didn't get enough of that out of this. I put some money in the stock market. I put 10,000 in the stock market. I got back 2K. I lost 8. That hurts. As opposed to, I put in 10 grand. I got back 100,000. I mean, crazy returns on that, obviously, but for the sake of this example, you know what I'm talking about. And that's the point. That's what you have to really focus in on, all right? Every time a woman deals with you, always decide in your head, I have to make sure that what she's getting out of me is greater in value than what she's giving me back. Always, just be okay with that for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, from now on, be okay with the fact that you will always be the losing party. Because that's how you gain the compliance. That's how you gain the obsession. That's how you gain the love and the hypnotic rhythm. Shut up, mortars. Fucking motorcycles. That's how you gain all these things. When you see a woman that's completely obsessed with you, like whenever I bring my girl on live, and you see how she's just dotting over me. You want to know why she's like that? Because she gets out of me than I get out of her. And I've made it that way. I've made it that way on purpose. So for the rest of her life, if I were to break up with her right now, she can never call our relationship that we've had for years a net deficit to her. She can never call it a negative or like she lost something. Does that make sense? That's where buyer's remorse comes from. Okay, now let's extrapolate it into like a more simpler example. Hold on, let me read this for a second. So what should you do for the compliment and all right, well, that kind of went away. Where'd that go, Nip? Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. I had another 2 hours, I could have given it to her. You don't need another 2 hours. You need to go and text her right now and offer more value. That's what I'm trying to say. So what should you do for the compliment for and for entering hold on, I missed that for a second. So what should I do for the compliment and for entering the course? I know what you mean by the course, which is funny because like TikTok language, right? For the compliment, again, I still answer with, I'm lovable, like, of course you love me. For compliments, small things like that, you can always take more than you want, more than she's giving you. It's okay. In fact, it's advisable to break rapport in that way so that you can increase the urgency she feels around you, so that she can want more out of you, right? But for the big things, especially when it comes to sex, like, dude, give more than you receive. I can't remember if it was in the group chat I was talking about this, where I said, you got to get used to just fucking and not coming. Where do you think that mindset comes from? Just being okay to give, and not take care of yourself or not bother about yourself. Where do you think that mindset comes from? It's to make sure that buyer's remorse is far away from you. Does that make sense? You have to think about it like that. Like, she's going to get more out of me than I get out of her. But you'll get a lot in the process. That's the best part about it, though. You will literally, you're getting a lot. You're going to be in a position of power over her. She's going to give you her life and authority over her. Everything. Because when she knows she's getting more out of you than you're getting out of her, she's more comfortable putting her life in your hands. That's how obsession happens. When I made those series a long time ago about the imprinting 101, and I gave you those 7 gifts you give to women, what do you think I was trying to teach you guys there? Overgive. You'll always win in the end if you're the one always overgiving. And being okay with being the one overgiving. That's where these red pill guys miss me, bro. Because they're always trying to get you guys to either take too much from women, or, even worse, to try to withhold all they have so they don't give too much. And then they wonder why they don't get bitches. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. You don't even have a bait on the hook yet to reel them in. So think about it like that. Now, practical example. You're talking to a girl. Let's say this is a girl you've been dealing with now for about a month. This is a girl you genuinely feel like you want to keep talking to, right? This is a girl you want to keep spending time with. Here's what you should start doing. Here's the things you should start getting used to doing. Take her on dates. Spend time with her. Do things with her. And then literally leave her alone afterwards. And not have sex with her. And not extract any value from her. The more value you give to her and the less value you extract from her, the more in a deficit she is to you. And then what does that create? A natural need on her part to try to make up for the deficit she's in. Right? Again, look at me and my girls. You see how they are. Like, oh, let me find a way to please you. Why do you think they're like that? Because they feel like they owe me. That's game, guys. That's long-term, amazing back-end game. You gotta make every woman feel like she owes you, which means you gotta give more to her than she's giving to you. That's how you do it. Isn't there an art to over-giving so you're not simping? Yes, there is. Absolutely there is. Now, let's talk about that too, because, again, I don't want to confuse people. That's why I talked about it in the back-end way, not the front-end way. If you want to make sure that you're the one giving, and she's in a deficit to you, and you're not getting simped on, or you're not turning into a simp for her, it's very, very simple. Make sure that when she offers to give back, you take it. Always take it. Always take it. Just make sure the next time you give in surplus. That's the key. You want to create that flow back and forth between you and her. Always let that flow happen. Whenever she offers to do something for you, let her go out of her way to do it. Whenever she, wants to give you some massive level of compliance or make a massive sacrifice on your behalf, let her do it. Allow her to go through that. Allow her to worship you. But make sure the next time you're even surpassing that with even more value than that. Does that make sense? That's how you create that speed up the compliance ladder as you go. I hope that's making sense how I'm wording it. Let me see if there's a different way I can word it. Put it like this. If you were to do business with someone, right? And every time they gave you $1,000, they got $2,000 back. Every time they gave you $1,000, they got $2,000 back. Do you think they're going to stop doing business with you? No. But if you don't take that $1,000 they keep offering you, business over, right? Exactly. So keep taking the $1,000, but keep giving them the $2,000. You see? That's how you do it. So that's why you said in your last video, the quality of compliance doesn't matter. Exactly. Just make sure you up it. The next one, you get more. And then you give more, and you get more, you give more, you get more. Now, you get to the point where, me and my girls are at, where we're literally fighting for who pays for dinner. Like, we literally fight about that shit. Do you understand? That's what's up. That's how you should think about it. Always be the one giving more value. As long as you're the one giving more value, you will, I promise you, for the rest of your life, you never have to be scared of the possibility of false allegations. The only women on this planet that'll ever try to call the cops on you, treat you bad, or whatever, blah, 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 false allegations, whatever, are women who feel like they didn't get out of you what they gave to you in return. Simple as that. Simple as that. I just cured your fear of false allegations for the rest of your life. You're fucking welcome. What about before she's giving you something, or you consider anything? Hold on. My bad. This thing is so small. Or what about before she gives you something, you consider anything before? Okay, so here's how you do it, right? In terms of like that mindset. Compliance has to start from her. She has to be the one to start giving you first before you reward her with yours. And oh, that's true. I haven't uploaded that part yet, have I? I just uploaded that today, didn't I? Go and watch my last video on compliance. That's where I talk about it. You have to start out the compliance by making sure she's the one giving first before you give to her. That's how you avoid being a simp, right? If you're just willing to give women value without getting in return, you're a simp. That's what a simp is, essentially. You're letting these bitches take advantage of you for free. So make sure they're in the habit of knowing that in order to get out of you, they have to give into you first. But then when they do give into you, reward that tenfold. That's the point. Okay? Very important. It's like a drug. They offer a bit and then get more. So in the future, there's more urgency to give. Exactly. Exactly the same. You know? Like crack in the 80s. You give them the free stuff first. Get them hooked on it. Then you reel them in. Let's see. Oh yeah, I read all this. Prevent brothers remorse. Okay. Do you recommend sexually escalating only after? I didn't know that's what you were writing. You kind of spelled that weird, but I appreciate the effort so TikTok doesn't catch you. Do you recommend sexually escalating only after you've established that psychological positioning? Yes. If you try to sexually escalate before that point, you are literally going to get slapped. I think I misinterpreted her not giving me value. Yes, you did, because you allowed yourself to think that she wasn't giving you enough, and when in reality she was putting in a lot of effort for her standards. You know? She hasn't responded to that text I sent over a day ago. Still undelivered, man. I don't know how it's gonna play out. Offer some value. It's fine. Offer some value. Like literally be like, listen, let's go on a second date. My treat. I'll get everything. Just come out to see me. I want to spend some time with you. Literally say that. Did the mini course stop so I can stop screen recording? The mini course stop? Oh, for the buyer's remorse? Sure, yeah. That's about it. That's about all you need to know, for sure. Went to a party, talked to her, and asked her IG. Sent a message around 7. Now hasn't answered. It's 12 p.m. now. Okay, wait another week. It's fine. And making it sound like she has to respond to you now. It's okay. You met her at a party. Who knows? She probably went home with someone else. Good luck to that, by the way. But yeah, like, she's busy, dude. She's probably like half drunk or something by now. Who knows? Give her some time. Let her get her shit together. She'll get back to you. If you made an impact, that is. If you made an impact, she'll get back to you. How to overcome resistance. Go and watch my series on YouTube called what I call it, guys? I forget the name I gave it, but like the shit test guide. Go and type in Jace the Pickup Scientist shit test guide. It should pop up on YouTube. You just watch all that. I talk about shit tests, different kinds of shit tests, congruence tests, compliance tests, objections, how to solve all these different things, different examples. I go really deep into those. Go check those out. I put in effort in terms of looks, but I thought the attitude was defiance. Exactly. So you should have rewarded the looks and ignored the attitude. And again, she's Russian. I told you, it's just cultural thing. Russian chicks are icy cold like that. It's fine. But yeah, just treat it like that. What I mean is, do you sexually escalate only after you've teased, OT position yourself above? Huh? What are we talking about? But yeah, I think I know what you mean. don't even try to sexually escalate properly until you've established that frame, for sure. So a lady who cheated but won't leave her husband because she's afraid he will get a younger woman. Okay, interesting situation. But she cheated, but she won't leave because he's scared he'll get a younger woman. Sounds about right, to be honest. Women like to feel like they can replace without feeling like they themselves are replaceable. So that makes sense. I'm not surprised by that, honestly. That makes perfect sense. What's the question though? I don't get the question. Also, where's the man's self-respect? If he got cheated on, leave her. It shouldn't be her responsibility to leave. The fuck? So like I already suggested, date number 2, but she left me undelivered. What's next? How did you like word it though? You got to make her know that you're the one taking all the responsibility for the next date, and all she has to do is show up. Like literally, go out of your way to be nice to her and treat her well and all that good stuff. I want to give her, what can I send them? Screen recording because it's too long to send it on the group chat. Ooh, we probably gotta create like a Google, whatchamacall those things? Google, I forget the name of them. You know, the Google Cloud thingies where we can just put stuff up there? I forget the name of them, but whatever that is, we'll have to create one. Anyway, I want to give her 24 hours, but shit don't like how it's going. Give her more than 24 hours. Give her like 3 days. Google Docs, that was it. Yeah, we'll do a Google Docs and we'll put stuff up there. I can start, actually that's a good idea. I can start showing you guys some behind the scenes videos before these courses come out proper. Google Drive? Oh, it really is Google Drive. Yeah, not even Google Docs. Google Drive. We'll create a Google Drive account. We'll all have access to it. Put stuff up there. Go from there. Let's see. Resistance makes it so much enjoyable. No resistance is... oh, thanks for the heart. Appreciate that. No resistance is boring, man. And it's just not... it's unnatural. Women are supposed to give you some kind of test, somehow. As for Monica, the Latina, she told me she wants to go to the gym with me. Yay! I said you were cool last time despite how the day ended. We should do a part 2. Okay, follow up with that. Wait a few days, follow up with that. Be like, let's go here. Give the time, give the date, and it's all on me. Just show up. All you have to do is show up with your pretty self. Just say that. Say that. What's your opinion on that, Jace? Would you have done the same? Done the same what? What are we talking about? Is there a previous message I'm not seeing? Or ambush? Done the same what? Let me know. Followed all the steps thoroughly, got head after first date, texted her, and the second setup date. From the interview light, congratulations, man. You should have gotten even more than head, honestly. I designed that program from scratch to make sure you get a lot more than head. So if you got head, you're slacking. Get more than that, my friend. More than that. More than that. And for the rest of you, why are you waiting? Go get the interview light. Hurry up. I hope you heard him clearly. You out here bullying the non-mods again. What the hell is wrong? Fish armies stay bullying the non-mods. It's hilarious. She flaked. That makes a lot of sense too, by the way. You didn't go all the way. You didn't go all the way. And you probably made a lot of mistakes in the way of getting that head. So you probably like forced it a little bit. You gotta be calmer with that. Give me, some more details around that so we can rectify that for you. Let's see. She canceled her membership and it may still be active, but she's unsure. Should I ask her to check or just tell her to get a membership at the gym I go to? Yeah, literally, just tell her like get a membership at my gym. Let's go work out together all the time. It's working out is fun when a girl is watching you too, by the way, because you ain't gonna slack off in front of the hoes. You know what I'm saying? Get the interview link in the bio. Yes, indeed, link in the bio. Go get the interview, like guys. My personal dating system link in the bio. But yeah, tell her to go get a gym membership and at your gym and start going together. It's great. Y'all see me work out with my girl all the time. You think I'm doing that on by accident? It's very deliberate. It's very deliberate. Do you have a schedule for screams or random when you have time? Literally just random, whenever I have time. Whenever I have time. Which would be a bit more compliance. Indeed, it would be. Are you giving advice? Yes, I am. I dated you on... Oh, yeah, I read that one. A girl approached me at a bar once, and after 2 minutes told me she wanted some D. I gently declined. Good. That sounds like a trap, if I've ever heard one. That or she was ugly, which in that case you don't even want her anyway. She sent me a tease of, if you pay for my membership, I'll become a gym girl. You can do that if you want to. I mean, this is a girl you care about anyway, so you might as well. Or you can be like, show me your seriousness for the first 3 months, then I'll take care of the rest. You know, make sure that again, give you compliance before you give hers. Let that dynamic be the play, and then go from there. Let's see. Oh, heart. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. I love the hearts. A lot of good-looking ones are in relationships. The question is if her boyfriend game is on point. Literally, like, I never care about the existence of a boyfriend because I expect it to be there anyway. Like, how many times you run into a bad bitch and there's not at least one guy in there? You know what I mean? There's always at least one. You gotta assume it. You're gonna outcompete somebody else for her. It is what it is. Why direct game makes you fail? Is it because girls don't like the level of confidence? It's mostly hot girls though. Like, direct game is ideal if you want to get like a 7 and below. Actually, 7s and 6s, I've come to find, is the only type of girls that direct game really works on. Even for girls below than that, it doesn't work. Not that you should be getting girls below that, but just for the sake of the science of it, trying to get a girl like a 5 or below with direct game is not going to work either, because they're going to be suspicious of it. Like, why does this guy who can clearly do better than me want me? It's going to be too suspicious. As for the girls that are actually hot, 8s, 9s, and 10s, they're used to that. Like, that's why it doesn't work. Every guy is trying to be direct with them. Every guy is trying to catcall them. Every guy is trying to, is using sloppy game with them. Every guy is telegraphing interest towards them way too quickly, way too soon. So you have to be the one guy that she runs into that doesn't want her. That's why indirect game works. 8s and aboves. I've been wanting to ask, what's an opener that would work on a 7.58? You can go in light, honestly. You can go with the situational openers. So you walk up to her and just be like, hey, excuse me, miss, I just wanted to ask you a weird question. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate me? And then have her rate you. And then be like, okay, cool. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you think I rate you? And then that's really the real opener, is like getting her to rate herself from your point of view. The reason that works, by the way, the genius behind that really, is that it immediately gets her to place herself in a particular category without you even trying. And then from there, you can literally just like tease her lightly, like, oh, come on, think you can do better than that. Come on, you're a little higher than that. Don't sell yourself short like that. And then boom, you're in a conversation. You're in a conversation. So you did it without teasing too hard or, going too harsh on the negs or anything like that. But then you also didn't make any guesses. You made her level herself. When cheating, how should you react if, for example, she keyed your car? Don't worry about those scenarios. If you follow everything I tell you, you're never going to have that happen to you anyway. But if she keys your car, like, how do you respond to that? Act like the car didn't matter anyway. Whenever a woman tries to take something away from you, which, by the way, okay, let's understand the science of it. Why would a woman key your car to begin with? Or, bleach your clothes, cut up your Jordans, throw your PlayStation 5 out the window? Why would they do those things? Simple. Because they're trying to get you to feel as bad as you've made them feel. Right? It's a weird process women go through of trying to energy transfer. It's the need to make you feel the misery and suffering they feel. That's why when you cheat, they do those things. Your job is simple. Act like it doesn't affect you. I don't care how badly she keyed your car. I don't care if she threw your controller and the PlayStation 5 out the window. I don't care how many of your expensive clothes she bleached or how many of your Jordans she creased on purpose. Just be like, oh, that's what you got? Okay, cool. Okay, you've done that. I did my thing, you've done that. Let's call that even, and let's just end it here, okay? That's cool. It was nice up until this point. I still have some love for you, but you gotta go. Literally, be as calm and as cool and as collected as possible. I've had girls literally steal stuff from me, and I'm just like, yeah, go ahead, keep that. Well, if you want this back, that's genius, Pookie. Do you have any? I'll talk about openers later too, but I've literally had girls like steal stuff from me. Like they find out some stuff about me. They find out I'm like fucking their friend or something. I'm gonna steal this thing from you. I have a laptop that I will never see again, and I'm okay with it. I miss that laptop every day. There was a lot of cool information in it, all that kind of stuff. But again, what's the rule? What's the rule, fellas? We do not negotiate with terrorists. We do not negotiate with terrorists. I said, oh, you want... if you want your laptop back, you have to give me... look at what this bitch was asking. You have to give me a written apology, and you have to stop talking to my friend, and you have to take me on this... Keep it. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. And then I proceeded to post nothing but me and her friend on dates for the next 3 months. Like, nah, you're not... No. You're not going to control me. That's not going to happen. Keep the fucking laptop. Keep it. I don't care. Keep it. In fact, throw it in the fucking bay. I don't care. Keep it. We do not negotiate with terrorists. So when a bitch keys your car, literally text her and be like, oh yeah, I appreciate that. I think I needed the new design. It looks really nice. It looks really feng shui. I like how sublime it looks. It doesn't affect you. That is your attitude towards it. Okay? Let's see. Stealing is crazy. Indeed, man. Indeed. Talking about the girl, IG girl message, I think it might be too intimidating, but don't know, man. You're a great artist. That's a good one, too. Perfect. Like, literally. Like, you're a great artist. That's impressive. Or, you know what? I actually appreciate you for that. I've always been telling myself I'm going to change my car color, but you just give me the motivation to actually go get it changed soon. I appreciate that. Thank you. Meet it with grace and kindness and gratitude. Literally. They won't even know what to do with themselves at that point. I promise you. Because that emotion that they thought they would transfer to you is now trapped with them. You know what I mean? So it's great. Let's see. Almost think it's like an R thing or I'm reaching. Oh, no, it's an R thing. With the whole DM thing. No matter how much you love your girl, no matter the situation, always choose yourself. Literally. Where you said that, but it changed my entire perception. Exactly. And it should. Always choose yourself. You have to. You have to choose yourself. It has to be you. I don't care. Even the laptop thing we were just talking about, I had to choose myself. Because I could have gone, oh, no, wait. Please give me my laptop back. I could have done that. I could have negotiated. I could have told her, no, do this. No, okay. No. Fuck it. I chose myself. My self-respect is way more important than anything I possess in the physical. I use that line against my mom when she takes my phone. We do not... Exactly. Listen, man. One of my biggest regrets is never doing that when I was a kid. Because I didn't know this when I was a kid, right? I didn't discover games till I was like 17, 18. But back when I was a kid, my mom would literally like take my games and my phone. That was her way of grounding me from time to time, right? I wish I knew enough game at that point to be like, man, take the phone. We do not negotiate with terrorists. Me, on the other hand, I did things a little differently. I would literally like go and steal my shit back, which is funny. My parents were keeping like a lockbox, and that was the whole reason I learned how to pick locks. So I would get a safety pin, and sometimes a needle. I'd curl the end of it, and I'd pick the lock. Whatever. It's not hard to pick locks, by the way. You just need to. I'm not gonna say that on TikTok, but that was my thing. I wish I went, man, keep the phone. We don't negotiate with terrorists. You're playing chess while they playing checkers for real. Indeed. I did that so many times. At some point, they just gave up on it. They're like, ugh, why are we taking this? The only locks we have to lock these things up with are the ones he knows how to pick. So just fuck it. Just leave it with him. Just increase his curfew instead. Type shit. Let's see. Feelings. I already read that one. Gonna miss his music. I already read that one too. Bro, you explained it. I looked better than everyone. Girls were looking at me. I pulled my chair close to her, but shit, why? Again, you're fine, man. Just give her time. You're rushing it. You're rushing it. It's okay. She'll get back to you later. I just checked. We got so many pinned comments. When you're at... Hold on. Where at is like an hour ago. Oh, it is. It's true. It's funny. A girl I was talking to with first told me she does not do anything before marriage, so I kept dating her for 3 dates without trying to bring her to my place, but on the 4th, she invited me to a jacuzzi where we smashed. I felt guilty about waiting so much, but was it a good thing? Oh no, it was terrible. You fell for the oldest trick in the book. You fell for the oldest trick in the book where women try to make you wait for it longer so that it can seem more valuable. I keep telling women all the time, I don't care if you make me wait a week or a year. Pussy is pussy. But again, I can talk like that because I have abundance, because I have women in my life. For the man who doesn't have women in their life, they're more likely to fall for that trick. Don't fall for it though. These women are busting it wide open for a real nigga. I promise you, do not wait for that shit. You know, go talk to other girls, man. Go talk to other girls. That's why abundance is important. Don't let a woman lead the relationship. Exactly. But Ak is biggest D rider. Selling him is crazy. Indeed, man. But again, not surprising. That's exactly how I expect someone like Ak to behave. Wishy-washy, weasel-ass men. That's how I see every Drake fan. Wishy-washy weasel. You will be bought and you will be sold. How would you respond to something like that? Oh, like when she goes, you gotta wait a certain amount of time. I literally go, oh no, I won't. No, I won't. Don't worry, we're gonna have fun with each other. You're gonna love it, assuming I actually like you past this point. Because you always have to frame it like it's your choice and it's your decision. If you let her go away with the idea like it's her choice and her decision, she will act like it and she will withhold till thy kingdom come. So you have to remind her it's your dick that's the valuable one here. Always word it like that. Like, listen, you're talking like you've made the decision already in your mind. I don't even know if I like you yet. Chill out. That whole getting naked thing, we'll do it later if you deserve it. But up until that point, let me get to know you first. Literally say that. Literally. Russian girl said I had to be her first boyfriend. Oh, I had to be her boyfriend first. My bad, I didn't read that well. I said, look at my bio. Guess what it said? What did your bio say, my friend? I know it said some crazy shit, but yeah. These are the kind of shit test women will give you all the time, man. It is what it is. Kept dating. Already read that one. Using the interview like got me with 2 girls already. Of course it did. Now get more. Like the course was designed for more than that. You should have a harem by now. Just 2 girls? Come on. I designed that course to get you a fucking harem. 2 is not enough, my friend. Go! Hurry up. The exception to the rule. I like that. That's a bar right there. And I love that you say that. Literally, I am the exception to the rule. Yeah, you made him wait 3 months. But me, you make me wait 3 minutes. I am the exception to the rule. I'm the guy that breaks all the walls down. Literally. So, yeah. Carry yourself like that and she'll believe it. Let's see. This message, already read that one too. That's literally my IG bio. I always use it when I get my shit test. Exactly. Good. I gotta change my IG bio too, man. Honestly. Word, let me get my money up and we'll make it happen. Indeed. Hurry up. Hurry up. If the price increases by that point, hint, hint, wink, wink, shoot me a DM in the group chat, King Henry. You're in the group chat. You deserve some perks. I feel like London would be the best location. London? Okay. I've been to London. We'll go there again. When do you expect to finish the interview full? It's not that it's not finished. It's just going through some tweaks. I'll admit I'm being a bit of a perfectionist about it, but I'd rather put out something amazing than just rush the process. You know what I mean? But it's coming together. It's quite nicely too, might I add. So yeah. I know everybody come to Amsterdam. I've been to Amsterdam too. I haven't been to Amsterdam since I was like 11 though, to be honest. Last time I was there was when my dad was working there. But yeah, we'll go there. Like, how far is Amsterdam from London though? Like, that's a few hours. Europe is like this small, guys. So either way, I'm there. It's fine. Let's see. Do you game? I don't do game. I don't game. I am game, my friend. I am the very embodiment of ism. What should I do next about this? Delete and unfollow? What is the answer? What do I say to do I say? You're overthinking it, my friend. If you're talking about the same girl we're talking about that you met in the party, it's fine. Just give her time. It's more central for us Europeans. Hee. Fair enough. Okay. If it's Amsterdam, it's Amsterdam. If it's the UK, it's the UK. I'll fucking meet you guys in Wales for all I care, or Sweden. I don't give a fuck. But in London, running game without language barrier is easier. That is true. That is true. We do got to think about that, because when we're there together, we have to run game. Like, don't forget that part. We have, like, fuck, we look like meeting up and not running game. So we got to go somewhere where we all share the same language. English. Amsterdam probably isn't the best for that, because we don't all speak Dutch. And I don't even remember how to speak Dutch. But London speaks English. We can run, we can wreck some, we can do some damage there. Everyone in Amsterdam talks English, brother? Really? Everyone? Everyone? I know a bunch of people speak it as a second language, though. When I was there last, I remember a lot of people, it actually surprised me how many people spoke English. But everyone? Let me know, though. Let's see. You remember the 5 bad dates I had this year? I talked about being horrible. I remember. Let's see. What are you guys talking about meeting? How do I participate? That's when you become a mod. When you've earned the right to mod. To modify. There's a higher chance, though. It's like 50-50, but in London, it's everyone. Okay, see? That's what I thought. Are we going to take a 50-50 chance or a 100% chance, guys? Like, come on. This is common sense. People approach me in English, not even Dutch. Everybody, bro. All right, okay. All right. We'll see if we're willing to take that chance. We'll see. London has some serious baddies, though, like similar to NYC. I've heard, and I've seen. Well, I can't say I've seen that much, to be honest, but my time there, I did get quite a good play. It wasn't anything compared to America, though. That's the only thing, because best city I've been in America so far has to be Chicago, because it's underrated. A lot of people don't realize just how many baddies are in Chi-Town. But compared to London, not quite as comparable, to be honest. Still good, though. Let's see. One of the girls confessed to me on our last meeting that she has an STD. Ooh, gross. Get rid of her. Man, no chance that y'all have not been here. It's like a small New York, but I don't mind London. Okay, fair enough. I mean, shit. Who knows? We'll probably do both. Fuck it. We'll find a way to do both. For Dr. Remorse, funny. 1,200 lashes is so funny. Because for an African like me who actually received lashes growing up, that is not a threat to me. 1,200 lashes. Oh, no. How terrible. Can be cooked with skim milk. Can be cooled? What? What are you talking about? I think maybe you wrote that incorrectly or something. I did ignore her since then. She texted me like 10 times since then. Oh yeah, ignore her. You don't need that kind of energy in your life. Drake obviously lost, but I honestly think he's not bold enough to have done what he's accused of. Actually, no. That's such an what? That is a fundamental misunderstanding of human nature. It's because he's not a bold risk taker that he would do some shit like that. That is right up his alley. Why do you think people do stuff like that? Like the pedo stuff and all that kind of stuff? It's because they're weasels. It's because they can't do shit out in the open, so they gotta find ways to do stuff and hidden. It doesn't take balls to be a pedo, guys. It doesn't. Trust me, it does not. That's why they have their secrets and their codes and their secret underground tunnels and shit. Pure providers are the biggest scammers. Exactly. You feel me? Like, no, it doesn't take balls to be a fucking pedo. Are you kidding me? No. In fact, it takes the opposite of balls. Are you kidding me? Let's see. Plus, we have zero evidence or complaints from women that he has supposedly raped. We're not saying he's raped anybody. That's not the accusation. The accusation is grooming. That's why I laugh at anyone that goes, well, all the girls he used to be friends with when he was a 30-year-old man, and he still is, by the way. He's pushing 40. 30-year-old man being friends with girls under the age of 18, right? Oh no, how normal. Strike one. Second strike. That's the MO of groomers. You think anyone that got groomed is gonna be like, oh, my groomer is a bad person? Like, no. They were groomed. That's the point. They're supposed to say nice things about them. Are you kidding me? Do y'all hear yourselves? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta be smarter than that, man. Come on, man. Oh, shocking. The kid he's been friends with when he was 33 and that kid was 13 is now older and thinks Drake is the best thing that ever happened to them. How shocking. That's how grooming works. That's how it works. The Drake, exactly. They're out of their rockers, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't want to get into that, man. It's not what this stream is about. Let's see. And if he falls for that many, will Travis and the other rappers with underage Ruby Rose? I'm not saying any of, bruh, all of them niggas are in that same boat. No one, bruh, I will never forgive the world for not throwing, what's his name? Tyga under the bus when he started dating Kylie Jenner at fucking 16 years old. The fact that we just let that happen is weird. A few complaints here and there, but not nearly enough. That man should have gotten canceled a long time ago. A long time ago. Are you kidding me? Jesus. Groomers everywhere. So unless a woman comes out and tells us, I think he'll be fine, but he'll lose a lot of credibility. Oh, nah. Trust me. That doesn't need to happen. If what I'm hearing is correct, there's a few videos circulating right now. So pray for your boy Drizzy. Shout out to P Drizzy, the Drizzler. Your hair looks longer and better every time, Pookie. No Diddy though. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. No Diddy, of course. No Diddy. Yes. This is very random. But one of my favorite things about you is often how overt your manipulation is. That's one of my favorite things about me too. Is the fact that I can manipulate people to their face and get away with it. That's my favorite part about me too, believe it or not. Okay, not my favorite part about me, but it's definitely one of my favorite parts about me. One of my favorite things about me is that I don't have to hide about what I'm doing. I don't have to date multiple women and tell all of them they're the only one. I can tell all of them, yes. In fact, here, introduce yourselves. You're all in my life, absolutely. I can tell you guys what I'm doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's very freeing. It's very freeing when you have the ability to just say what you're doing and not be a bitch about it. It's great. It's great. Let's see. When to start strategically ghosting a girl you're new to texting? There's no strategy to ghosting. Just disappear. If you must do it. That's literally how you do it. Just felt like letting you know, Pookie. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. You didn't answer my question, how do I approach older women when I'm not with my siblings? Do you know how to approach women at all? Let's start with that. There's a reason I didn't answer it. Because you don't seem like you're ready for the answer. Giving you the answer would be like putting a gun in the hand of a 7-year-old. It would be completely useless. Have you ever approached a woman at all? Let's start with that. Because if you have... And this is how I know you haven't, by the way. If you have, you wouldn't ask me that question. That's the point. No one that approaches women regularly is confused about approaching older women. Because older women are not more special than younger women. Do you see the point? They're not much different. That's why I thought the original question was like, oh, if I'm with my siblings. In which case... just run your game and just tell your siblings to close their ears or something. I don't know. But for the most part, it's not much different. It's really not much different. Just walk up to them and run game, bro. Run game. It was nice to see yesterday that everyone either goes to the gym or does martial arts. Indeed, man. For real. I'm proud of you guys. Well done. How do you react when a girl leaves you on red when you propose her to hang out, and then what's the line between going after what you want and chasing? I asked because you said the other time it's okay to double text as long as enough time has passed, but shouldn't that be chasing? As long as enough time has passed, because you've completely reset the frame of the conversation. That's why you wait for time to pass. With that said, though, if you're, again, let's assume you text immediately back, like double text too quickly. We're gonna be some god level threats in a couple of years, psychologically speaking. Exactly. And physically. But yeah, back to this. In terms of like double texting, the reason you give the time between each text is because if you text too quickly, like back to back to back, you are chasing. You're giving more indications of interest while you're getting an indication of disinterest in return. But if you give enough time between, then it's almost like you gave an indication of disinterest back. Do you see the point? Oh, thanks for the heart. I appreciate that. Ryu and the size of the tree. That's funny. The size of the tree is crazy. But yeah, with your situation, yes, do the same thing. Literally just give some time in between. You're fine. And then text back. But text back, and this is what you do, and this is very important. When you do double text, do not text something that is similar to what you texted before. Like, oh, I'm still trying to check up to see if you want to, hang out. Now you text back an indication of disinterest. That's how you save yourself from looking like you're chasing. You see the point? Okay. Do with that information what you must. Your very next text should be something like, you know what? Never mind. I changed my mind. I think we'd be too awkward together in public. Literally say that. I'm gonna get to 140 kg bench for you, Pooks. Aw, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Well, my girls have competition now. Let's see. Oh, I scrolled down a little too far. My bad. I gotta go back up. Go back up. Oh no. Damn. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Give me a chance, guys. Give me a second. Sorry. I missed. Oh, I'm far behind. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, back to the messages. I will win my next MMA fight for you guys. I appreciate that. Please do. Let's see. It was a marriage party, not a party. It happened on Saturday. Today is Tuesday. I sent a message today. Oh, okay, fair enough. Same thing applies though. Give her time. When is the right time to say I love you? You can say it whenever you want, as long as you're not being needy. Here's a trick to saying I love you. Say I love you, don't expect an I love you back. The reason you think it's a big deal to say I love you is because you're hoping you get one back. If you can remove your need for getting one back, all of a sudden you realize you can tell her I love you right now. Literally, just be like, oh, I love you. I just realized I think I'm in love with you. Anyway, and then just change the subject. Just change the subject. And then if she tries to make it serious, like, oh, you just told me you love me. We should talk about this. And you'd be like, hey, yo, chill, relax. What? I can't just tell you I love you and leave it at that. Damn, relax. Chill out. Make her feel like the stupid one, like the crazy one, for trying to make it a big deal. Don't make it a big deal. And punish her for trying to make it a big deal. You can say it whenever you want. Let's see. This is insane. Was that a chick? Yes, it is. I love you before sex. Okay, maybe not before sex. Maybe not that soon, But yeah. Definitely. Right after. Maybe a few times after, then you can say it. Mystery set buyer's remorse also happens when there's not enough comfort built. Yes, that's one good way to put it, but I think my way of putting it is more direct and more scientific. Like comfort, yes, But what exactly is comfort? All comfort is exchanging value with the woman. Is giving her more time, giving her more attention. That's what comfort building is, right? Exactly. So it's just literally giving her more value so that she can feel comfortable in giving you that value in return. That's it. So what's your way to avoid buyer's remorse? Taking your time before sex so she can really choose if she really sees value in you. Honestly, do that. That's a good way to do it. But honestly, you can also just give her more time and attention after sex. See, this is why I told you guys, there's a few habits you want to form when dealing with girls that you genuinely find attractive and you want to see long term. If you like this girl and want to see her long term, get in the habit of right after sex, taking her out on another date. I'm not even kidding. One of the best habits you'll ever form is fucking her and then literally being like, man, I'm hungry. That took the wind out of me. That took all the energy out of my body. Let's go get pizza. Let's go get a coffee. Let's go get whatever. And then take her out afterwards. Show her you're willing to spend more post-sex time with her than pre-sex time. Because in a woman's mind, post-sex time is more important than pre-sex time. That's important. Do that. Let's see. Yeah, this is. Oh, I already read that one. I love you in sex. Okay, maybe not the first time. No, not that first time. But you know, if we talk about stuff from sex hypnosis, yes, that's a good time to say it as well, for sure. I think the YouTube where I talk about how to do that during sex is still up there. The YouTube live. I ain't gonna lie. If I told Monica I love you, I wouldn't be lying, but not quite there to say it. No. Use her as an experiment to see what I'm talking about. Literally just say I love you and then just move on. Like, change the subject. And then she's going to be like, wait, what? And then you're going to be like, relax, don't be weird. What's wrong with loving you? Chill out. Make her feel silly for like trying to make it a big deal. Let's see. Not going to lie, the stock market is literally a money glitch. Indeed. It is. You're talking about people that don't value themselves. This blue pill thinking. Go away. You can't be saved. You probably get cheated on. When cheating, how would you react if she, for example... Alright, I already read that one, didn't I? So what should you do for the compliment and for... I already read that one too. Men always have to be in the value surplus first. Exactly. I sent her a message over... I already read that one too. Oh, so these are all the messages you guys were pinning before I'm just now reading? That's crazy. Okay, read that one. The law of reciprocity, indeed. I caught one of my girls flirting with some guy 6 months ago and told her if she does that again, we're done. After she was remorseful 2 days ago, I caught her flirting with another guy and had to stand on business. I know you said if a woman is remorseful after cheating, it's discipline. If she wants to come back, you can get her back, but just make sure you're making her put in tremendous amount of work before she comes back to you. If at all she's doing that, that means you didn't let her put in work to get into a relationship with you. Correct that mistake now. Let's see. That's what I've been saying. Big Pin City, just scroll past. Fair enough. Let's see. You explained that part I didn't understand. Make a woman feel like she... No, not owns you. Owes you. As in, she owes you in terms of like the value. She's in debt to you, right? Make sure she's indebted to you. Not own, owes. That's different than getting a girl to invest in you. If we're talking about the value surplus thing, it's the exact same thing. It's all in the same process. It's like condensation. I'm talking about the part where the water goes back to the cloud. You're talking about the part where the cloud rains down back to the ground. But we're talking about the same process, just two different parts of it. I just remember, what was your scientific definition of love again? Love is like the perfect deal. Love is what happens in a woman, and a man too, really, when you feel like you have the correct, like the ideal situation, the perfect deal. You're getting the correct amount of value for the value you're exchanging for it. That's what love is. Right? For women especially, it's getting what they want in a man, every aspect, like in the correct, quantities, if you want to call it that, and at the right price, if you will. Love is what happens, what she feels when she feels like she's getting like the right guy at the right time. That's love. That's what love is. Let's see. If she offers to pay, let her. Yes, absolutely. As a Nigerian man, that's something that was like really hard for me to get used to, because I grew up in a country where you're taught to like take care of your woman through and through. But learning game is understanding. A woman has to invest in you as well, right? So, you know, I had to make sure I got used to women doing things for me. Had to stand on business. Oh yeah, I read that one. What about before she's given you? Already read that one too. Issue, but how long can one wait for discipline to be formed? It depends on how quickly you instill it. If anything, it's your fault she's not as disciplined yet. 6 months later and she's making the same mistake? Nah, that's your leadership. That's the problem. You're not focusing on that properly. According to that definition, Monica loves me, and I'd say I feel similarly. I feel similarly, I guess. I can't read the rest, but yeah, you're right. Is Myron from Fresh and Fit the type of guy that would take from women but not return anything? Exactly. All those guys, all those red pill guys. That's why they keep finding themselves in those situations they're in. Like, look at what's his name, Fresh. He just got a girl that he shouldn't get pregnant. Perfect example. Why do you think that happened? He got greedy. That's how things like that. Getting the wrong girl pregnant happens when you get fucking greedy like that. Like, not long-term greedy, but short-term greedy. All he was thinking about is, just pussy, pussy. He didn't think a little further ahead. If he did, he would have found himself in a better deal. I said about her, she's a good girl. I bet she's a good. She seems like a good girl. I like Monica so far. I like Monica. Let's see. Oh shit! I scrolled down again. Fuck. No. Fuck. Damn. Give me a second, guys. Damn. See, this is you're right, Ryu. YouTube is way better. I just fucking have to scroll back up now. Okay, there we go. I think I'm getting closer. Pay. There we go. All right. Okay. Oh, thank God. All right. I already read that one actually. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. But before you are dating the woman, should you still do that? I've given more than receive. You begin to date the woman by representing more value to her anyway, so you're fine. But just make sure she's giving you first, though. Make sure that dynamic is set. Let's see. Did the mini course stop? Oh, yeah, I read that one. On a warm approach, how to create the psychological barrier between you and her. Create or remove? Is that what you're talking about? On a warm approach, your reputation will do all the heavy lifting for you. If you're doing a warm approach, then you're in the same vicinity all the time. The reputation you build around her and with other people will do all the heavy lifting for you. You know how you said sex has to involve risk? How did you do it for so long without getting one pregnant? Condoms, duh. Oh, this ain't rocket science, bitch. Just invest in condoms. At one point, I had a condom budget. Real talk. And the best condoms I've ever used are the One condom. Go and Google what a One condom is. They're great. They're great. Let's see. She had to put in effort in terms of looks, but I already read that one too, a long time ago. Jace, could you put this one up on YouTube because it has the Buyer's Remorse mini course? Yes, I will. Absolutely. I have literally, guys, I have like 12 videos I'm gonna upload soon, like one by one. They're all scheduled right now. So throughout the week, y'all are gonna be eating good on YouTube. Let's see. But doesn't that take risk away? From me and her for sure. But let me put it like this. You should only start fucking a girl without a condom when you want to see her long term in your life. That's when the risk means more. Up until then, you're quite literally putting yourself at risk too. You feel me? Be careful with that. I said you were cool last time. This already read that one too. Damn, I've already read like half of these through the pinned comments. How can I get a girl to talk to me when she has told me she has a boyfriend? How, in terms of like, I want to know the setting. When you say talk to me, is this the girl you're meeting all the time? Is that what you're talking about? Or warm approach situation? Go get the interview link in bio. Go get the interview link in bio. This girl I talk to doesn't have money but lives 3 hours from me. Will I need to overcompensate if I still go to meet her in her city because I'm compromising by going to her city? Yes, you got to make sure she does something for you in return. Are the YouTube vids new or TikTok posts? Both, honestly. It's actually both. It's series and lives. But back to that. If you're going 3 hours to go meet a girl, make sure she's doing something too. Driving away out to see you, booking a hotel, taking you out to dinner and paying for everything, something. Your presence is the payment. Have her pay you back somehow. And make sure she does it before you get there. So make sure she shows you that she's booked the hotel before you even start driving over there. Let's see. How can I talk? Already read that one. She sent me a tease. If you pay for my... Already read that one too. Told her I didn't expect anything and she initiated the head. Told me next time we hung out I'd get more. Well, there you go. Then what's the problem? If she flaked, it was probably like a good reason then. That's fine. Just take it in stride. Offer up the next date. You're fine. And then, by the way, this is a mistake guys make for the next date. Especially in situations like that where sexual attraction has been established and now she knows that you expect sex from her. What you do is you offer another date, like a proper date, like go out somewhere, take her out to eat somewhere, so that she doesn't feel like you're just coming to meet her for sex. It's very important. So offer to meet her somewhere out in public, right? Pay for stuff, whatever, and then from there transition to the sex location. Yeah, feel me? Let's see. What is direct game? No, not 8s, 9s, and 10s. That's indirect game. You use indirect game on hotter girls. Use direct game on not so hot girls. And direct game in general is any game that requires you to telegraph your interest in her very quickly. That's what direct game is. Have you watched the movie Challengers? No, but I heard of it recently, actually, like literally yesterday. Also, what vids can I watch for imprinting and seducing? I have all that stuff on YouTube. Go and typing literally those 2 words on YouTube with my name next to it. Video should pop up. To spite you. Yeah, when we're talking about what women do to, get back at you for cheating and stuff. Yeah, exactly. To spite you, to make you feel, to take away the anxiety they feel and put it on you. That's really the major goal. Ignore her and her antics, indeed. By the way, how you doing, Nathan Ming? It's been a while. Where you been? Might use that line against my mom. Oh yeah, I read that one. That was funny too. We don't negotiate with terrorists, guys. We do not negotiate with terrorists. Anytime I check my girl, she loves to not respond for a few days. Manipulation. I'm happy you caught it. So what do you do then? You act like she doesn't exist. Let her see, like the next time she ignores you, you check her and she ignores you for a few days. Let her see by day 2 you're on a date with another girl. That'll send a message. That will send a message loud and clear. I'm clearly not responding and not going to do so for 5 more days and make it 7. What else would you do? I just told you. Go on a date with another girl and let her see. Like, even if she doesn't see a girl on your Snapchat, just be in a part of town she doesn't expect you to be. Go somewhere by yourself. Get some food by yourself and just literally take a picture of it. That'll send a message loud and clear. You're out here having fun with your life and she's not part of it. How do I get a girl to talk to me when... I already answered that one. I just checked. We got so many. Alright, you were telling me about that. That's how Nigerians scam. That's funny. Bro, I was doing that all the way through high school. My dad would bluff and say, I'm going to take his phone away. And I'd be like, take it. I don't care. Good. Gangster. I'm jealous of you. The mods have crazy power. Indeed. Indeed. Alright, I think I'm catching up now. I'm happy. He was so mad, I bet. Jake Paul versus Tyson. Who you want to win and what's your prediction? Honestly, it's looking like Jake is gonna win. I don't see Tyson is too old, man. It would be awesome if he won, but I don't see that happening. I think Tyson wins. I would like for Tyson to win, but very highly unlikely. He's just too old, you know? Way too old. Bro, what body lotion or cream I can apply to deal with hyperpigmentation? I know it's not a game question. I know I don't know how to deal with hyperpigmentation because I've never really dealt with that before. I wouldn't know. But I use like Jergens. You know, it just keeps me moisturized. I just use anything that keeps me moisturized is good. JCJs, do you think I should focus more on the 5s and 6s I got right now, or incorporating new talent? You can incorporate new talent, man. Come on. Incorporate new talent. It'll be better for you in the long run. I gotta go soon, though, guys. I gotta go soon. Do you recommend good cop, bad cop combo? Because I've been experimenting with Philip, and it's not bad. I mean, on girls, you mean? Sure. And it's great to use that in like a wingman type of situation. 5 to 6 girls, not 5s and 6. Don't disrespect. I might have said it wrong. I knew what you meant. Like I knew you have like 5. I thought it was like 7 girls you had, honestly. But my bad if I said it wrong. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like you have about 5 or 6 girls. Incorporate new talent, get up to like 12, and then see what happens from there. You want to test yourself to see like how much is too much for you personally. Let's see. Bro, explain the transition from a provider to a protector. Massive tests and risk taking. Take massive risk, massive tests and risk taking. I gotta keep it vague like that because it'll be different depending on you, and it'll come down to what it is you fear the most, and doing that thing, whatever it is that you fear the most. Doing that unapologetically, that will usually be your promotion into protector type. Senpai, what do you expect to finish? I already answered that one too. You're nothing but another. Who is this miserable person in my comments? Why do ugly women like? Is there a way to like block them? Always women with no profile picture. Like bad bitches don't talk like that. When are women gonna learn? Bad bitches do not talk like that. Beautiful women do. Anyway. Let's see. I'll purchase the interview light sometime this month. Take your time, man. It's more essential for us Europeans. Oh, I read that one too. Should we buy to rebuy the interview full if we already have the light one? Oh, no. Do not rebuy it. Absolutely. The light one is going to be the full one soon. It just gets an upgrade. That's the point. It gets an upgrade and a price increase, but that's why I tell you guys, treat the interview light version right now like the pre-order for the interview 2.0. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Speaking of which, ever heard of Austin Summers? What do you think about his game? I have no idea who that is. I know Austin Mahoney, I think. Austin Summers, I don't know who that is. Let's see. Now just facts. Got to be grown to understand that. I have no idea what that means. I'm the embodiment of ism. Jace 2024, indeed. But A in London running game without language barrier. Oh yeah, we went on through that. I think he meant, do you play video games? Dude, I play video games like there's a 1.5 month window. I play games every year and then I just forget about them. Literally. The interview 2.0 hype is gonna be crazy. Indeed. Shoot us when you're in on this. Oh yeah, fair enough. Jace, please give me a sneak peek of the advanced levels of the game. No. Not yet. Not yet. Let's see. Bro, people already heard that one too. London. She asked me why I keep asking her to do things when she's asked me for something. What? Am I reading that right? She asked me why I keep asking her to do things. Oh, okay. When she asks me for something. Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You're making it sound like a big deal. Sad. Man, ain't no chance you'll have to be here. It's like a small New York island then. Ask. That's funny. I've been to Amsterdam. London is a small NY. Amsterdam is different. Okay, fair enough. I did ignore her since then. She already ran that one too. Have you ever tried getting play in Canada? No, I've never been to Canada, but I have been with a few Canadian women. Not much difference from American women. They're just like culturally nicer, which is their downfall, by the way. We'll talk about that later. Let's see. There's got to be some kind of weird alien species, if they are. What do you think about age gaps? What's the max and the minimum? I don't really care much for age gaps. As long as it's two consenting adults, it's fine. But what I care about most is when those adults met. That's what matters the most. I don't care if a 40-year-old dates a 20-year-old. Did the 40-year-old meet the 20-year-old when he was 36? Now I got a problem. Right? So, I don't really care. What do you think of 16, 20? If it's legal in your country, I would say. Because that's, like, 4 years is not much. Like, 16, 20 is only creepy because it's a 16-year-old involved, right? But 20 is a little too old, I guess. I mean, again, it's like age of consent and the girl is a little too young, right? But you wouldn't think it's a problem if it was 28, 24. You know what I'm saying? With that said, though, I know in London, 16 is like legal there, so 20-year-olds date 16-year-olds anyway. I guess, cool, whatever. But I think for most cases, a little too young. A little too young. Let's see. What do you think? Already read that. Are you the Sith Lord? I didn't watch Star Wars growing up, so I don't even get the reference. I know it's from Star Wars though. BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. All right, guys. I do gotta go soon. Literally. In fact, I'm gonna have to end it here soon. Actually, I gotta end it here, guys. Sorry. I've literally gone past my time. I should have been off here like 8 minutes ago. All right, but I gotta go. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Ooh, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for being here for hours with me. Go get the free course, Self-Belief. Register for that. Get the Interview Light, my personal dating system. Raving reviews. It has everything you need to know about incorporating a new woman into your life from scratch to when you consummate the affair. And if you want to get in contact with me, schedule a call with me as soon as possible. All links are in the bio. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Oh, also, quick announcement. If you have any topics you want me to talk about, I've probably already talked about it. Literally just search the name of that topic with Jace the Pickup Scientist in your YouTube search bar, and more than likely you'll see the topic itself. Watch the video. You'll enjoy it. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I cannot stress enough how much I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all the time, all the attention, all the support. Okay, I'll see you guys later. You know what time it is. Use everything I tell you. Practice your game as much as possible and do with all this information what you must.